A person is suffering from fever, his body temperature increases. For measuring the rise in temperature, we use a device called thermometer. Students, you shiver when it is very cold outside and sweat when it is warm outside. But how do you measure those weather temperature? Temperature is involved in many aspects of our daily lives, including our own body health, the weather, etc. First, let us understand what is measurement. The measurement of warmness or coldness of a substance is known as its temperature. It is a measure of an average kinetic energy of the particles in an object. Temperature is related to how fast the atoms within a substance are moving. Let us know about temperature and its units. What is temperature units? Scientists always use one of three scales of temperature. There are three units which are used to measure the temperature: degree Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. The first one is degree Celsius. Celsius is written as degree C and read as degree. Celsius is called as centigrade as well. The second one is Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is written as degree F. And the last one is Kelvin. Kelvin is written as K. The SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Now we will see how to measure temperature. Molecules in any substance are very small to analyze and calculate its movement. In order to measure its temperature, like solid and liquid objects, the effect of heat is also observed on gaseous objects. How can we define a thermometer? A thermometer is the most common instrument to measure temperature. There are various kinds of thermometers. Some of them are like glass tubes, which look thin and are filled with some kind of liquid. Now we are going to know why mercury or alcohol is used in thermometers. Alcohol and mercury are used in thermometers as they remain in liquid form even with a change of temperature in them. A small change in the temperature causes change in volume of a liquid. We measure this temperature by measuring expansion of liquid in a thermometer. Properties of mercury. Its expansion is uniform. It is opaque and shiny. It does not stick to the sides of the glass tube. It is a good conductor of heat. It has a high boiling point of 357 degrees Celsius and a low freezing point of minus 39 degrees Celsius. Hence, a wide range of temperature can be measured using a mercury thermometer. Next, we will see the properties of alcohol. The freezing point of alcohol is less than minus 100 degrees Celsius, so it can be used to measure very low temperature. Its expansion per degree Celsius rise in temperature is very high. It is colored brightly and hence it is easily visible. Next, we are going to discuss about what are the types of thermometers. There are different types of thermometers for measuring the temperature of different things like air, our bodies, food and many other things. Among these, the commonly used thermometer are clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. Clinical thermometers. Do you know where it is used? Yes. These thermometers are used at home, clinics and hospitals to measure the temperature of human body. Now let us see how to measure temperature. All clinical thermometers have a kink that prevents the mercury from flowing back into the bulb when the thermometer is taken out of the patient's mouth so that the temperature can be noted conveniently. The Fahrenheit scale is more sensitive than the Celsius scale. Body temperature is measured in F only. A clinical thermometer indicates temperature from a minimum of 35 degrees Celsius or 94 degrees Fahrenheit to a maximum of 42 degrees Celsius or 108 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, we'll move on to the precautions to be followed while using a clinical thermometer. The thermometer should be washed before and after use, preferably with the antiseptic solution. Shake the thermometer a few times to bring the level of mercury down. Before use, the mercury level should be below 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not hold the thermometer by its bulb. Keep the mercury level along your line of sight and then take the reading. Handle the thermometer with care. If it is against some hard object, it may break. Do not place the thermometer near hot flame or in the hot sun. Now we will learn about laboratory thermometer and where it is used. Laboratory thermometer are used to measure the temperature in school and other laboratories for scientific research. They are also used in the industry as they can measure temperature higher than what clinical thermometers can record. A laboratory thermometer has only the Celsius scale ranging from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. The precautions to be followed while using laboratory thermometer are: do not lift the thermometer while measuring the temperature. Place it upright. Note the reading only when the bulb has been surrounded by the substance from all sides. Now let us see how to use the laboratory thermometer. Take some water in a beaker. Take a laboratory thermometer and immerse its bulb end in water, holding it vertically. Ensure to dip the whole portion of the bulb end. The bulb end should not touch the bottom or side of the beaker. Observe the moment of rise in mercury. When it becomes stable, take the reading of the thermometer. Repeat this with hot water and take the reading. Digital thermometer. Here is a lot of concern over the use of mercury in thermometer. Mercury is a toxic substance and is very difficult to dispose if a thermometer breaks. These days, digital thermometers are available which do not use mercury. Instead, it has a sensor which can measure the heat coming out from the body directly, and from that we can measure the temperature of the body. Digital thermometers are mainly used to take the body temperature. Let us see how to use the digital thermometer. Wash the tip with warm soap water. Press the on button. Insert the tip of the thermometer under the tongue or under the armpit. Hold the thermometer in place until it beeps after 30 seconds. Read the display. Turn off the thermometer. Rinse under water and keep it in a safe place. Let us see the caution to be taken for clinical thermometer. Why are we advised to avoid keeping it in the sun or near a flame? A clinical thermometer has small temperature range. The glass will crack or burst due to excessive pressure created by expansion of mercury. Next, scales of thermometers. The first one is the Celsius scale. It is termed after Swedish astronomer Anders Celsius in 1742. Before that, it was known as centigrade as thermometers. Using this scale are calibrated from freezing point of water 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. Boiling point of water. Celsius is a common unit of measuring temperature. Next, let us see the Fahrenheit scale. It is termed after the name of German physicist Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is a common unit to measure human body temperature. Third one is the Kelvin scale. Kelvin scale is termed after Lord Kelvin. It is the SI unit of measuring temperature and written as K, also known as absolute scale, and it starts from absolute zero temperature. Next